Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to another edition of Northwood Hockey right here on the Northwood Hockey Network. I'm John Gervasi, and we're coming to you live for Ubergleben Ice Arena as the Northwood Timberwolves get set to take on the Ferris State Club Dogs. Puck drop is set for 7:30 p.m. It's September 26th, and we've got a great matchup on tap tonight. Northwood comes into this one with a 0-0 record, first series of the season for the D3 Timberwolves, while the Club Dogs come in at 0-2. Northwood is looking to start out strong as they return to the MCHC, and Ferris State is looking to avoid an 0-3 start. A few big storylines heading into tonight's contest. For momentum, Northwood is returning to the MCHC and Division III level tonight. Some of their players were on the D1 team last year and bring the experience of winning to this club that will help them in the future. This is the first meeting between these two teams this season. Standings impact, Northwood hopes to start out strong in conference play, and Ferris State looks to avoid going 0-3 to start the year. Your key players tonight to watch: for Northwood, Aiden Schultz, goaltender. Last year backed up Mason Matthew and had a 4-1 record with a 155 goals against and a .933 save percentage with 3 shutouts. Another player to watch for is Cade Sandborn, freshman from Midland, Michigan. In his high school career, he had 99 points, 54 goals, and 45 assists in 91 games played. His last season, 24 goals and 17 assists. We caught up with head coach Ryan Stump before the game, and he mentioned that the key tonight is capitalizing on the opportunities you get. You don't get many, so making sure you get an opportunity to score, you have to. Expect Northwood to really focus on making the most out of scoring opportunities. It's Northwood and Ferris State coming up next on the Northwood Hockey Network. Puck drop at 7:30 p.m., and we'll have all the action covered for you live. Stick around. It's going to be a great one. You're watching Timberwolves Hockey on the Northwood Hockey Network. Back here live on the Northwood Hockey Network. So we get ready for puck shot between Northwood and Ferris State. So we wait the anthem. Get into the starters after the anthem, and your Northwood starting goalie, Aiden Schultz. Hear it on screen, I'll relay it. Sebastiano Ivasile, another forward.
Number 24, Connor Stemke. Right wing, number 8, Connor White. Goalie, number 1, Aiden Schultz. Now, your starting lineup for Ferris Club Dogs. On left defense, number 11, Andrew Peel.
Andrew Peel for the Bulldogs on defense. Garrett Vanderlaan on defense.
Number 25, Jason Thornburg.
25, Jason Thornburg on forward.
Number 42,
Colton King, the other forward. And Bobby Lilly.
16, Bobby Lilly. Your goalies, number 1, Brendan Meyer. Please rise for the national anthem.
Back here live on the Northwood Hockey Network as we await puck drop. Your Northwood starting goaltender is number 1, Aiden Schultz. In 5 games played last year, he is 4-1 with a 155 goals against and a .933 save percentage and 3 shutouts. Last week, Ferris State played Central Michigan, a team that Northwood will see in November and on Halloween and November 1st. Last weekend, Ferris beat in 2 games a combined score of losing 8-1. And the shot totals in those games, first game they were outshot 75-19. And then in game 2, 55-20. So we talked about, Coach Stump talked about opportunities. If Northwood has opportunities to score today, you got to take them, especially against a team that gave up 75 shots last week and then 55. As we await puck drop here at Ubaglaben Ice Arena for the Timberwolves and the Ferris State Club Dogs. Puck drop won and controlled by the Timberwolves. It's Noah Perrin. Got it across, up the ice into the neutral zone. Vasile gets hit there and then taken there along the back wall now, then taken there by Colton King. King gets it up just out to the neutral zone where it's taken there by Noah Perrin. Perrin up to the neutral zone for Connor White. Connor White gains the offensive zone, shoots in a big save. Brendan Meyer off the pad. Puck goes to the far corner now. Evasile throws one in front. It doesn't go. That was Connor White with a chance. Brendan Meyer, a goalie from my neck of the woods from Lakeshore St. Joseph Warriors in Stevensville, Michigan. And with 19:24 to go here in the first, we remain scoreless at 0-0. And puck drop will be to the left of Meyer as it's won and controlled by the Club Dogs. Up the ice they go, into the neutral zone. Across for David, who lost it there. Now here come the Timberwolves now. It's Carter Temple. Temple shot on off the post and goes out and all the way down to the Timberwolves zone. Giving chase, there's Carter Remp. Carter Remp plays it along behind his own net. Still with it. Intercepted there by DeMitchell. And then now battled for and taken away by Boston Bennett, but held in by the Club Dogs. Puck goes around here to the near wall as Katz tries to get it up and then held in by the Club Dogs and out to the neutral zone and tipped ahead it goes into the Ferris State zone. Battled for there, that was Boston Bennett battling with a Club Dog, and out to the neutral zone it goes, out of the reach of Hogan David and taken there by Nick Moody. In the offensive zone, here's Kennedy, throws it along the back wall and then wrapped around by the Club Dogs. Still in the Ferris State zone, puck goes to the far wall now. And taken there by Northwood as Sanborn with a chance, and the puck goes to the back wall, still in possession of it, and then they lose it. And out come the Club Dogs. It's Staley. Staley will dump it in along the far wall, and the puck goes behind the net there, wrapped around to the far corner, where it's taken there by Wessel, and into the neutral zone it goes. And looks like an offside on the Timberwolves. So 17:49 to go here in the first. We remain scoreless. Northwood with a good opportunity that rang off the post. Puck drop in front of the Ferris State bench. Won and controlled by the Timberwolves. Here's Ciceretto now. Gets it over to Perrin. Perrin in the neutral zone gains the offensive zone. Perrin leaves it off for French and held in at the point. Ciceretto will dump it in behind the net. Puck goes to the far corner now. And here come the Club Dogs. Nope, intercepted by Northwood. That's Aiden French with a chance. The puck goes to the near wall and can't hold it in. It goes all the way down into the Timberwolves zone for a Ferris State icing. So I've seen Ferris State play last year. Same situation with the roster the way it is. They were scrappy. I saw them in 2 games against Central last year. Very scrappy team. And actually won one against Central. This year, same thing. Lost 8-1 in 2 games to Central, but very scrappy, very tough team. And I feel like if you're not careful, they can take it to you. But with the roster size that Northwood has, it shouldn't be that a problem, as puck is won and controlled by the Timberwolves and then taken by the Bulldogs, and out to the neutral zone it goes for Ciceretto. He'll throw it into the back wall. And Meyer played it. It bounced off the back of his leg. And Ferris trying to get the puck out, and they do. Taken there, Perrin. Perrin in his own zone. Up the ice to Stemke. Stemke gets it on up to Evasile. And then left it off for Stemke. Puck in front. Saved by Brendan Meyer. That was a shot from Connor White, and he'll hold on. 16:45 to go first period. Still 0-0. And Northwood with a couple opportunities here in this first. And puck drop will be to the right of Brendan Meyer. Puck drop won and controlled by the nobody as the Club Dogs gain control of it, and out they come. Here come the Club Dogs now. It's DeMitchell, got it across as Drouillard blew a tire, and out to the neutral zone and into the Ferris State zone it goes behind the net. No icing there. Drouillard now with it. Gets it across. That's Jack Guillory. And then across to Garrett Vanderlyn. And puck goes in behind the net, where Aiden Schultz will play it for the Timberwolves. Carter Rent tried to get it across. Now battle for Hero on the near corner. Up the ice. Here's LaRose. Throws it across. Out of the reach of Remp, and then they got to play it in their own zone. That was Alex Catch. And then played up by Drouillard, and it will be dumped in behind Schultz, where he'll play it to Carter Remp. Remp up to the neutral zone to Sandborn. Sandborn lost it off his stick, and the puck goes deep into the Timberwolves zone. Catch will go to get it. And he got it across to Wessel as it's battle for. Wessel now will play it behind his own net. Here's Wessel. Up the ice, just out of the reach of Sandborn, but right to Alex Catch. And Catch gets it up to Kennedy now. Kennedy in the neutral zone. As Wessel gains the offensive zone, and then he loses it there. And out to the neutral zone it goes, and into the Northwood zone for Nick Moody. Moody up to the neutral zone now. Just off the stick of a Timberwolf, and here come the Club Dogs now. Across. Up the ice to David, but intercepted there by Wessel. Puck along the far wall in front of the scorer's box. Here comes Ferris State, shot on, blocked away. Now Moody. And the Timberwolves get it out of their zone. Here's Sandborn, throws it into the Ferris State zone. We'll get a change for the Timberwolves with 14:44 to go here in the first. Here come the Club Dogs now in their own zone. Tried to get it up to Colton King, where it's taken there by Noah Perrin. French now battling there with two Club Dogs, and into the offensive zone it goes. Here's French. French pass across, save! A shot. I thought that was a pass, but it looked like a shot on goal, and Brendan Meyer was able to make the save. Here's Perrin now. Got it across to Ciceretto. Kroll did not touch it, and it is an icing. No icing, waved off. And Ferris State will play it in their own zone. Intercepted there by the Timberwolves. Shot on, gloved by Brendan Meyer, and a stoppage play with 14:01 to go here in the first. Still scoreless. Northwood's had their opportunities, but so has Ferris. But so far, Northwood able to limit those shots on goal Northwood able to nullify those shots on goal by Ferris. There's been a couple opportunities for Northwood. One went right off the post as the puck dropped to the right of Meyer now. One in control by the Timberwolves. From the point, Perrin goes to the top of the circle, down low. That was Stemke. Connor Stemke to the far corner, where it's Evasile. Back to the point to Ciceretto. Ciceretto shot on, blocked in front. And good hold at the point by Ciceretto. He'll throw it on. Here's Stemke. Good hold by Ciceretto, and out to the neutral zone it goes, where Northwood will have to reset. Ciceretto off the wall. Here's the Club Dogs now. Ferris State with only 13 players on their roster, plus the three goalies. Here's Stemke now. Stemke gains the offensive zone. Connor Stemke wheels around, throws him to the far corner. That's Connor White. Connor White makes a move around the wall. Puck in front of the pad save by Brendan Meyer. There was an opportunity there for Northwood. Another one. And held in. Shot on into the glove off the shot of Carter Remp. Brendan Meyer, with 13:02 to go, keeps this a scoreless game. You know, I talked about it pregame. Again, some of these players from Northwood were on the D1 team last year, so they bring that winning culture down to the D3, this new D3 team, as they win the faceoff. Here's Catch, and no offsides, and they score! Carter Remp, and it is 1-0 Northwood. May have gotten away with one there. I thought it was the puck had gone across the blue line. Ref waved it off, no offsides. And Carter Remp, unless it was tipped by Carter Temple, but it is 1-0 Northwood. Shot from the point. So 1-0 Northwood now here at Yuba Glaben Ice Arena as we await referee talking to the Ferris coach. As the puck drop at center ice. One controlled by the Timberwolves. Just over the stick of Catch. Here's Catch now. Got it up to the alternate captain. And here come the Timberwolves. Puck in the neutral zone, dumped on down. Carter Remp going after it. Schultz will leave it on behind his net. To LaRose. Up to Boston Bennett now. Bennett in the neutral zone, makes a move around and then lost the puck. And out to the Timberwolves zone it goes, where it's taken there by the Timberwolves. It's Moody. Moody with it in his own zone. Up the ice it goes, into the neutral zone. LaRose played it down with the glove. Now taken there. That's Ryan Zwick now, and then lost it, and then goes to the back wall for Meyer to play it. 12:02 left here in the first. 1-0 Timberwolves. Puck dumped on down. Meyer will play it for the Club Dogs, and the puck goes to the near wall. That's Colton King, but kept in by Moody. Puck goes to the far wall now. That's Sanborn along the far corner. Threw one in front. Didn't go. Now here come the Club Dogs now. It's Colton King. King, top of the circle. I think Schultz got a blocker on that, and the puck goes to the far wall. Now into the neutral zone it goes for Jonah Kramer to play the puck for the Club Dogs. Up the ice. Now Colton King. Swing and a miss there, and that will be a stoppage of play. 11:20 to go. 1-0 Timberwolves. And puck drop will be to the left of Aiden Schultz. And a power play for the Club Dogs. Did not see the call, but Ferris State with an opportunity to tie this game as it's cleared out. Held in by the Ferris State. Thrown onto the back wall. Peel went after it. Puck in front. Shot on. Blocked away. Good stick there by Connor White. And held in. Juilliard got it to the near corner. Peel back to the point for Guillory. And it goes to the far wall for D. Mitchell. Puck along the far. Big hit there on D. Mitchell from Noah Perrin. And puck still along the far wall on a stoppage of play. And a Ferris State player will go to the box now. So we will skate 4-on-4 for the next minute 24. Now here's the situation I feel like favors Northwood with the speed they have. And against a team that has a smaller roster, this should benefit Northwood very well here as the puck drop is to the left of Brendan Meyer. Puck drop, one and controlled. Perrin from the point gets it across. Ciceretto throws one on. Puck loose and then grabbed by Meyer, and then there's some extracurriculars. Now here's the thing with Ferris, that, like I said, they're a scrappy team. Going to protect the goaltender there. With 10:38 to go here in the first, 1-0 still Timberwolves lead. And I feel like if you have a roster the size that Ferris does, you have to be scrappy in these games. You have to, within the rules of the game, really take the body because you don't want to be overrun. Now to the point, held in by the Timberwolves, and the puck goes to the back wall. Puck loose there. And then Boston Bennett will throw it to the point. Back up to Boston Bennett, top of the circle. Wheels around. Now to the far corner. Bennett back to the point. Ciceretto gets it across. Perrin shot on into the glove of Brendan Meyer. 10:17 to go here in the first. 57 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Some more extracurricular activities going on around Brendan Meyer. Still 4-on-4 here for the next 57 seconds. Puck drop to the left of Brendan Meyer. One in control by the Timberwolves. That's Evan Kennedy there battling with some club dogs. And the puck goes to the far corner for Peel. Peel tries to clear it out. They do. And it goes all the way down for no ice. Yep, icing. I didn't see the ref's arm. It looked like D. Mitchell was going to win the race for the puck, but 10 minutes to go here in the first. Puck drop will be to the left of Brendan Meyer again. Cade Sanborn to take the drop for the Timberwolves. And Meyer just has to hold on as the puck drop is won right back to him. And another penalty. Nope, no penalty. And Kennedy will go to the box for the Timberwolves. No call on the Ferris player. So Kennedy will go to the box. For an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. 4-on-3. I'm surprised that the club dog player didn't go to the box too. I feel like that should have been offsetting penalties. As the puck drop is won and controlled by the Timberwolves. Carter Remp with it behind his own net. Wheels around back. Cleared on down, and that'll kill. 28 seconds left here on this this power play, and then we go to 4-on-4 again. And here comes Ferris State now. Into the zone. Big hit along the far wall. Alex Catch with a huge hit. And the puck behind Aiden Schultz now. In front and out it goes as Ferris will kill off their own power play. And that'll do it for the 4-on-3. 34 seconds left on the 4-on-4. And here's Wessel. He'll lose it there. Ciceretto for the Bulldogs, or Club Dogs gets it up. Brother of Luke Ciceretto for the Timberwolves as it goes to the back wall. And here comes Ben Wessel now. Wessel up the ice to Stemke. Now here comes Temple. Shot on. And puck goes to the far corner. Still now along the far wall now, taken by Ferris, and it goes here to the near wall. Held in by Moody. And he throws a Ferris State club dog to the ice, and the puck goes to the far wall. Now back behind the net. Now up to Staley. Staley up the ice. 32 seconds left on the power play. Here's Drouillard. Battled for along the far corner. Still battled for. Taken there by Staley. And then he throws Perrin to the ice. And the puck behind the net. Lilly got it across to Guillory. Now from the point. Shot on. Saved by Schultz. That was a shot by Staley. Now here's Peel. Shot on and held on to by Andrew Schultz. Or Aiden Schultz. Starting to notice Northwood starting to take the body to Ferris a little bit here. A couple hits there in that sequence by the Timberwolves with 5 seconds left on the Ferris State power play. Still 1-0 Northwood. Puck drop to the left of Schultz. One in control by the Timberwolves. Wrapped around to Perrin. Perrin knocked off the puck there by Colton King. Colton King threw one in front. Nobody home and out to the neutral zone it goes. Where it's taken. No, Kennedy couldn't gain control. Now up to Kennedy and into the Ferris State zone where it's taken there by Andrew Peel. Peel behind his own net. Wheels around, trying to avoid pressure there from Kennedy. Ciceretto in front. And Zwick couldn't hold on, and out to the neutral zone and into the Timberwolves zone it goes, where it's played there by Noah Parent. 7:25 to go here in the first. Up the ice for Ciceretto. Now here come the Timberwolves now. It's Cade Sanborn. Ferris State player fell down, and a save by Brendan Meyer out the blocker. Perrin held it in and then cleared on down into the Timberwolves zone. Catch got it across. Now it's Evan Kennedy battling. Now Remp couldn't gain control, but Harfoot does. Cooper Harfoot now wheels around in his own zone to set up. Here's Hatch now. Power play coming up for the Timberwolves. Delayed penalty. Up the ice as Aiden French blew a tire. And here's Remp now. Remp up the ice. Here's Aiden French. French in the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone. Makes a move around. Aiden French throws one in front. Oh! A chance there. And touched up for a penalty. There was another opportunity for Northwood right there, but they will go to the power play. First power play of the night for the Timberwolves. Didn't see the call. As the puck drop will be to the right of Brendan Meyer. One in control by the Club Dogs and cleared on down. And Schultz will play it here along the back wall behind the net. Here's Remp now. To Stemke. Stemke tried to make a move in the neutral zone and cleared on down by the Club Dogs. Remp will go back to take it for Northwood. Behind his own net, leaves it off. Evasile gains the offensive zone. Behind the net. Still with it. Gets it over to White. White, pass across. Top of the circle. Now stopped by Meyer and more extracurriculars. The shot by Connor Stemke. Or not Stemke, I'm sorry, Ben Wessel. 1:14 left on the power play. There's been a lot of extracurricular stuff in front of Brendan Meyer, as the puck drop will be to the right of him. Puck drop one in control by the Timberwolves. It's Wessel. Got it over. Looks like that was Temple. Now shot on. Saved by Brendan Meyer. Colton LaRose with a chance and more extracurriculars. At the end of this game, Northwood and Ferris, they're going to know each other really well. They keep meeting in front of Meyer. And puck drop to the left of Brendan Meyer with 5:31 to go. 1-0 Northwood. One in control by Ferris, but they couldn't get it out. LaRose got it across. Back to LaRose. Back to Wessel. Now here, shot on. That was Carter Temple. Now back to the point for Wessel. Back to Temple. Temple gets it across LaRose. LaRose shot on. Deflected high in the air. Now puck to the near corner now. Where it's taken there by Boston Bennett. Back to LaRose. Back over to Wessel. Wessel got it across for Temple. Pass in front. That might have hit a stick. There is an opportunity there. Now with 38 seconds left on the Northwood power play. Plenty of opportunities for Northwood in this game. They still lead 1-0. And puck drop will be to the right of Meyer. One in control by the Timberwolves. Evasile with it. Got it across just out of the reach of Connor Stemke. And the puck goes to the near corner now. And cleared on down by Ferris State with 22 left on the power play. Taken there by Remp behind his own net. Here's Evasile. Got it up the ice for Connor Stemke. Stemke made a move in. Shot on pad saved by Brendan Meyer. Standing tall for the Club Dogs. Evasile battled for along the back wall. Now to the far corner. Up the ice to Drouillard. And here comes Ferris State. It's Staley. Staley throws one on and a save by Schultz. And now Stemke takes it for Northwood as both teams are at full strength. Up the ice and just out of the reach. And here is Ferris now. Ciceretto got it up to King. King harassed there and a patch save by Schultz. Here's Remp now. Remp up the ice to Kennedy, throws it in the neutral zone, tipped on ahead. Now in the Ferris State zone where the Club Dogs will take it and battled for in the center ice. And here's Aiden French for the Timberwolves. Throws one on and held on to by Brendan Meyer. Stoppage of play with 3:33 to go. Ferris State's not going away, so if you are Northwood, you got to capitalize on the opportunities you're given because Ferris State's coming back. As the puck drops to the right of Meyer and one controlled, Aiden French shot on and he scores! Aiden French, and it is 2-0 Northwood. I ask and I receive. Aiden French, top from the high slot, just let one go. Right past Brendan Meyer, and it is 2-0 Northwood. Capitalizing on your opportunities, that's what you want to do. Aiden French, 5'10 junior from New Baltimore, Michigan, as the puck drop is won and controlled by the Timberwolves. Noah Perrin got it across. Ciceretto off his stick. Now he'll go behind his own net. Up to Perrin now. LaRose got it up to Boston Bennett. Bennett wins the race for the puck. Harassed there by Guillory. Shot on and stopped by Brendan Meyer. Guillory doing all he can to keep Bennett from getting a clean shot off. And the puck drop will be to the right of Meyer. Good-sized crowd for today's game. Puck drop to the right of Meyer. One in control by the Timberwolves. Shot on, blocked away. A broken stick, and the puck goes to the near corner. Ferris player has to come off and clear it all the way down. It was tipped as DeLauro takes a shot along the back wall. Up the ice it goes. Back into the Northwood zone now. Bennett blows a tire, and here come the Timberwolves now. It's Wessel. Wessel, a swing and a miss. Now along the near wall. Here comes Ferris State now. Guillory tried to get one up there, and now taken by LaRose and the Timberwolves. Here's LaRose. Shot on, blocked away by Meyer, and the puck along the far wall. Sanborn with a chance, and then taken there by DeMitchell and cleared on into the Northwood zone. Thrown up by Alex Catch. Taken there by Ferris, and a stoppage of play with 2:14 to go here in the first. It feels like this period's been going on forever. 2:14 left here in the first. 2-0 Northwood. Goals by the first one, I'm not sure if it was tipped. I have Remp, so I'm going to take a look at this, see if I can look at the score sheet. But French got the second goal. And a power play for Northwood now. As puck dropped to the right of Meyer. So 5-on-4. At the end of this power play, there will be 14 seconds left in the period. One in control by the Timberwolves. Back. Perrin, shot on. Hit the top of the glass. Here's White now with it. White tried to make a move, and he couldn't hold it in, as Perrin will have to play it in the neutral zone. Here comes Connor White now. White around the net. Connor White, he's got Perrin at the high slot now. And then taken there, passed across to Stemke, and shot on, save. Carter Remp. Another glove save, Meyer. You know, when you have a roster the size of Ferris State, you want to have a goalie that can make plays when you need to. And Brendan Meyer's been making saves today it could easily be 3-4 nothing Northwood right now, but Brendan Meyer has kept Ferris State in this hockey game, which I think is part of the reason why last week against Central, the first game was 4-0 and game 2 was 4-1. These goalies for Ferris really help out this team. When you have a roster of 13 players, it's good to have, but we head to a 5-on-3 power play now for Northwood. Puck drop one in control by the Club Dogs, but taken there. LaRose across. Wessel shot on. Doesn't go. And hits the netting. This is a golden opportunity for Northwood now to increase this lead before the end of the first period. 1:31 to go here in the first. 2-0 Timberwolves. Under control by the Timberwolves. Wessel over to LaRose. LaRose back to Wessel. Wessel back to LaRose. Gets it down low to Sanborn. Back to LaRose. Back to Sanborn. Sanborn shot on. Saved by Meyer. Here's Guillory now. He lost control of it. Taken there by Boston Bennett to LaRose. Back to Bennett. Bennett with it now to Sanborn. Sanborn shot on. Blocked away. Held in the zone. That's Temple now. Temple's shot went behind Meyer, I think, and then it's taken by LaRose in the neutral zone where he'll set up the offense. Here's LaRose now. Gains the offensive zone. Leaves it off. Sanborn. Oh, across to Temple. And battled for along the far corner. Still battled for now along behind the net and cleared on out by the Club Dogs. 22 left on the 5-on-3 power play. Wessel will take it there for the Timberwolves now. He'll leave it off for Evasile. Evasile gains the offensive zone. Now around the net. Now to the top of the circle. Gets it across. That's Kennedy. Now Remp. Shot on from the top of the circle. Save Brendan Meyer. .29 seconds left on the 5-on-4 now as the 5-on-3 is over. And again, this game could easily be 3-4, 5-0, but Brendan Myers made key saves for the Club Dogs as a shot on. Pad save there. Now behind the net, or to the back wall, and now puck loose in front where it's taken by Kennedy, and that will do it here for the first period. Northwood leading 2-0 over the Ferris State Club Dogs. We'll be right back with your first intermission report. You're watching Timberwolves hockey on the Northwood Hockey Network. is Central Michigan falls to Grand Valley at home at Martin Ice Arena 2-0. They will have game 2 tomorrow at Grand Valley. I'm looking for other scores, especially the D1 Northwood club. As at the end of one, Adrian leads Northwood 2-0. See if I can get other scores. Central and Cincinnati play tonight at 9 p.m. That game at Cincinnati. Trying to find other scores. So scoring for that first period for the Timberwolves, it was Remp with assists from LaRose and Bennett at the 13-minute mark. And at the 3:31 mark, it was Aiden French and Kroll with the assist, French with the goal. That is where we stand, 2-0 Northwood as we enter second period action. I know that in the top right screen, especially when you pan to the right with the camera, it's a little dark. There's lights up here, but can't find the light switch for those lights. Trying to find other scores. And I know Michigan State, D2, plays Saginaw Valley this weekend. I think that game is today. Nope, Saturday they play at Bay City Ice Arena, I'm pretty sure, or not Bay City, Saginaw Bay Ice Arena. Michigan plays Western Michigan. As we get set for second period action here on the Northwood Hockey Network as the puck drop is won in control by the Timberwolves. Ciceretto got it across to Perrin. Perrin now behind his own net. Now got it up to Evasile. Evasile in the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone. Makes a move in behind the net. Back to the point to Perrin. Perrin now from the point. Got it down low to Stemke. Stemke got it. Still has it. Got it over to Connor White. Now held in by Perrin. Perrin thrown on. And then taken and cleared on down by Jack Guillory, and that will do it for the Northwood power play, and that is an icing on the Club Dogs. So, I talked about it in the first period. This is really a game that should be 3-4, could be 3-4, 5-0 even. There's been a post that was hit, but Brendan Myers made big saves for the Club Dogs as the faceoff is to the left of him and won by Ferris State. And held along the far corner, out of the far wall. Colton King can't get it out. Shot on, and it went high and wide. Now Boston Bennett threw one back to Remp, and the puck goes to the far wall where Colton King will take it for the Club Dogs and clear it on down. No icing as Carter Remp there for the Timberwolves. And out to the neutral zone it goes. Here is Boston Bennett. Bennett around, threw one in front, hit the post, shot on, and they score! LaRose! And it's 3-0 Timberwolves. Colton LaRose, the sophomore from Clinton Township, getting his first of the season. $3-0 Timberwolves now. One in control by the Timberwolves. Here's Remp. Couldn't get it on further. And then taken by Ferris and then intercepted there. Up to Sanborn as he avoids a check. Puck to the back wall now where Peel will battle along with Kennedy. Won by Sanborn. Throws one in front. Oh, Zwick had a chance. And the puck goes all the way down into the Timberwolves zone. Wrapped around by Catch. Remp lost it in front. Didn't get enough on it, and the puck goes to the back wall. Back to the point for Peel. Peel intercepted there by the Timberwolves and taken out by Evan Kennedy. Kennedy gains the offensive zone. Kennedy shot on it. Block, hit a stick. Kennedy back. Zwick shot on, blockered away. Throws one in front. Oh, and that's, I think Meyer got a pad on that, and it's thrown all the way down for a Club Dog icing. Opportunity there to make it 4-0. Puck drop will be to the right of Brendan Meyer. One in control by the Timberwolves. French with a shot. Pad save Meyer, and the puck goes to the near wall. Thrown around. Thomas Kroll. Looks like he's the captain of the team. And Wessel takes it for the Timberwolves and thrown on into the Club Dog zone where it's taken by Kroll. Left off. French back to Kroll. And he couldn't find it. Here come the Club Dogs now. It's Drouillard. And the puck goes to the back wall there for the Timberwolves. Wessel up the ice for Harfoot. Harfoot just out of the reach of everybody. French got it. Now Kroll. Kroll throws one up for French. Aiden French behind the net. And now here's Harfoot. Cooper Harfoot along the near wall and then taken there by the Club Dogs and thrown onto the neutral zone where it's tipped on ahead by Ciceretto. And then back out to the neutral zone. Here's Andrew Peel. And lost it to Harfoot. Harfoot gains the offensive zone. Harfoot shot into the glove of Meyer. 16:48, 3-0 off the goal by Colton LaRose here in the second period. Puck drop to the right of Brendan Meyer. One in control by the Timberwolves. Connor White with it along the far wall. And taken by Ferris State, and out to the neutral zone it goes, where Noah Perrin and Ciceretto have to set up. Void to check there. Here's Connor Stemke. Stemke on the back wall. Throws one in front. Shot on, and they score! I think that was tipped by Evasile. It looks like they're going to get, Connor White's going to get the goal. I thought it was tipped in front. It is now 4-0 Timberwolves. And we are going to get a goalie change for the Club Dogs. Brendan Meyer out, Lucas Dan Duran in. 16:25 to go here in the second. 4-0 Northwood. One in control by the Club Dogs. Lilly lost control of it. Now along the near corner and just out of the reach of any Club Dog stick. And the puck goes to the near wall here. Battled for there. That was Vanderlyn. He lost control of it. Staley now. And now Vanderlyn for the Club Dogs lost it. And out to the neutral zone it goes. Here comes Kramer. He'll throw it in to the Northwood zone. And it's taken there by Noah Perrin. Perrin got it across for Ciceretto. Back to Perrin. And taken there by LaRose. And out to the neutral zone. And back into the zone it goes where Schultz will play it behind his own net for Noah Perrin. Perrin behind his own net. In his own zone. Almost intercepted there by Staley. And Perrin gets it over to Ciceretto. Ciceretto made a little move. And up the ice to Carter Temple now. Temple, he's got two others with him. Temple shot on, save by Dan Duran. A 3-on-1 turns into the puck into the netting. And puck drop will be to the right of Dan Duran. One in control by the Timberwolves. Temple throws it behind. Tried to throw it in front. That was Zwick throwing him one in front. And then here comes Drouillard. And to the back wall it goes. And a stoppage of play as a Bulldogs on the ice. And a penalty to Evan Kennedy now. So a power play coming up for Ferris State. Some key baseball games. Yankees are leading the Orioles 6-3 in the fourth. That doesn't help my baseball fandom any, seeing the Orioles get beat up by the Yankees. The Cubs beat the Cardinals 12-1 today, trying to get that number one wild card spot as the Ferris State Club Dogs won the draw. The puck is along the near wall, taken there by Aiden French and cleared on down. Ferris, no goals on the power play today, no goals at all, as Guillory will get it behind Dan Duran. Guillory now up the ice and taken there by Kroll, and he'll throw it, couldn't throw it into the Ferris zone, and up the ice and back down it goes. Dan Duran will leave it off in the corner where it's taken there by Peel. Peel behind his net. Now here come the Club Dogs. 1:20 to go on the power play. He left it off. D. Mitchell left it off for Guillory. Guillory shot on, patted away by Aiden Schultz. Puck along the far wall now. Back across. That's D. Mitchell. D. Mitchell wheels around along the near wall and held in by the Club Dogs. That was Jack Guillory. Puck along the near corner now to the back wall. Wrapped around for D. Mitchell. D. Mitchell throws on across. Now to the far corner. Back for Peel. Peel, top of the circle. Shot into the wrong netting. And no other. Oh, and the Mets lead the Marlins 2-0 back to baseball. Tigers lead the Red Sox 3-1 as they're in a battle with the Guardians for that division. 38 seconds. I'm pretty sure the Guardians have the tiebreaker there, so Detroit does not want to tie. Puck dropped to the right of Schultz and cleared on down. Dan Duran plays it for Ferris. Leaves it off for Guillory. Jack Guillory will go behind his own net. Guillory now. Up the ice it goes into the neutral zone. Now here's Peel. Peel leaves it off for Drouillard, and it goes out to the neutral zone. 14 seconds left here on the power play. Thrown on down and cleared out by, that was Boston Bennett, and that'll do it for the power play. Scoreless on the power play are the Club Dogs. Put on to the back wall now and icing on Ferris State. And looks like puck drop will be to the right of Dan Duran. Cade Sanborn for the Timberwolves will take the draw against Daniel Ciceretto. Puck drop won and controlled by the Timberwolves. Ciceretto, the other Ciceretto on the ice, now taken there, wrapped back around by Kennedy, and puck goes to the back wall. Ciceretto throws it to the far wall. That's Daniel Ciceretto, and then out to the neutral zone it goes for Luke Ciceretto. And a stoppage of play as the puck goes into the Ferris State bench. 12:33 to go here in the second. 4-0 Northwood off of goals by LaRose and White. Puck drop to the right of Schultz. One in control by Ferris State. Throws one on. Big save there by Schultz. Up for Zwick, but taken by Cade Sanborn. Sanborn gains the offensive zone, makes a move around. No shot on goal. Puck goes to the far corner now. Battle before there, taken there by DeMitchell. DeMitchell up to the far or near wall. And out to the neutral zone it goes. Ciceretto played it ahead. Delayed offsides. Now here's Noah Perrin. Perrin with it in his own zone. Into the neutral zone he goes. Gains the offensive zone. Perrin behind the net. Perrin back to the point. Nobody was there, and the puck goes out to the neutral zone. Here's Connor Stemke now. Stemke gains the offensive zone. Stemke makes a move around and a save. I don't know. As Danduran threw Stemke's stick behind him. Here's Evasile to Stemke. Stemke tried to make a move and a big stick there by DeMitchell. Now taken there. That was Catch who got it across the Remp, and Danduran will hold on for the Club Dogs. Those are things that I've heard that Danduran does. $11-10 here in the second as the referee talking to Jonah Kramer, and he is gonna nope, no penalty. Puck drop to the left of Danduran. As Thomas Kroll will take it for the Northwood Timberwolves, and Daniel Ciceretto for the Club Dogs, as referee's still chatting up. Northwood in their road blues. Ferris in their home whites, as Remp now throws it to the near corner, or far corner, and on the back wall. Ferris can't clear it out, and the puck just missed, and the puck goes to the far wall now for Colton King and the Club Dogs to get it out, and it does. Thornburg goes after it. Now here's Perrin now. Perrin up the ice and tipped on ahead. Icing on the Timberwolves. 4-0 with 10:46 left here in the second period. Goals by Remp, French, LaRose, and White, and Northwood leading the Club Dogs. Puck drop will be to the left of Aiden Schultz. One in control by the Club Dogs. Looks like that was Thornburg who tried to get it across. Now Harfoot went after it for the Timberwolves, and out to the neutral zone it goes, where it's played there by Ferris State. That was Guillory, and now played around by Jack Guillory. So Jack and Harry Guillory on the ice with each other. And the puck goes into the Northwood zone, where it's played there by Alex Catch. Catch in the neutral zone. He's got Harfoot beside him. Catch throws one on around the net. Puck goes to the far corner now. Here's Aiden French now. French, puck loose in front. Pad save by Danduran. Puck to the near corner now. Cooper Harfoot behind the net. Harfoot wheels it around back behind. And then the puck goes to the near wall, where Catch will try to keep it in. And here come the Club Dogs now. It's Drouillard. Gains the offensive zone, and then taken there by Boston Bennett and the Timberwolves. Pass off a stick. Now here comes Ferris. Joey DeMitchell takes a shot there from Perrin along the near corner. Puck is along the back wall. Taken there by DeMitchell. DeMitchell threw it out in front and couldn't get a stick on it. That was Harry Guillory with a chance, and the puck goes to the far corner now, where it's going to be played there by, almost played there by Catch. Now he's Catch, but he's battling along the far corner and thrown on down into the Timberwolves zone by Aiden French. Icing on the Timberwolves. 9:08 to go here in the second. 4-0 Northwood. Puck to the right of Aiden Schultz. One in control by the Timberwolves. Perrin got it up to Harfoot. Now puck in the neutral zone and has to be gloved by Schultz. Score update, Michigan and Western. Michigan down 2-1 to the Stallions. 26 shots on goal for Western Michigan. Puck drop to the left of Aiden Schultz. Won and controlled by the Timberwolves. That's Nicholas DeLoro out there now. Got it up to Cade Sanborn. Back to Sanborn. Sanborn shoots just off the glove of Dan Duran. And he holds on. Pass from Kennedy to Sanborn, and Dan Duran able to glove it. .8:43 to go here in the second period. Puck drop to the left of Dan Duran. Won and controlled by the Timberwolves. Kennedy in front to Sanborn, and a pad save. Puck loose in front, and they score. Ryan Zwick picked up the loose puck in front, and it's 5-0 Timberwolves. Ryan Zwick. Dan Duran made the initial save on Sanborn, and puck was just sitting there for Ryan Zwick to put one home, and it's 5-0 Timberwolves with 8:36 to go here in the second period. Well, Coach Stump talked about it. Capitalizing on opportunities, you have a chance to score a goal, you take it, especially against a Ferris State team that gave up 8 goals last weekend. Now Guillory takes it for the Club Dogs. Guillory gains the offensive zone, tried to make a move. He lost it and then got it back. And to the back wall it goes for Thornburg, but he lost it there to Boston Bennett. Bennett, they've got a 3-on-2. Bennett, he's got Temple, now leaves it off for LaRose. Back to Boston Bennett. And puck goes to the near wall. Perrin now with it. Puck goes behind Dan Duran, and he'll leave it off. Now puck comes up to Jason Thornburg, and he'll clear it on down, and an icing. Icing on the Timberwolves. 7:48 to go, 5-0 Northwood. Puck drop won and controlled by the Club Dogs and held in by the Timberwolves. Held in there. Stemke shot on, blocked in front, cleared on down, and that will be no icing as Schultz plays it. Taken there by Carter Remp. Remp behind his own net. Leaves it off. Nope. Evasile skated right over it, and Stemke now with it for the Timberwolves. Gains the offensive zone. Tried to throw into Evasile, and the puck goes to the far corner. Taken there by Stemke. Stemke behind the net. He's got Remp at the point where he'll leave it off. Remp throws one to Evasile. Throws it in front, and the puck goes to the far wall. Up the ice they go now, Ferris State. Puck in the neutral zone. Played on ahead by Staley, but intercepted there by Evasile. Up to Stemke. Stemke gets it up to Connor White. Connor White throws one, and a pad save by Dan Duran. Stemke. And the stick of Dan Duran knocked out of his hands, and we are going to get a penalty on, we're going to get a penalty on the Timberwolves. Another MCHC score. Lawrence Tech up 6-1 right now on RMU. Their D1 team also playing them. 6-1 after 2. And it looks like a Ferris State player might go to the box too. So we might have 4-on-4 hockey. Trying to figure out what's going on here at Yuba Glaben. Yep, 4-on-4 hockey as Thornburg goes to the box for Ferris State, and it looks like Evasile is in the box for the Timberwolves. So 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. Puck drop to the right of Dan Duran. Won and controlled by the Timberwolves. Harfoot shot blocked by a stick. Ferris intercepted Harfoot. Harfoot shot on and he scores. It's 6-0. Northwood makes them pay. Offensive zone face-off. Harfoot got the puck back, and he made Dan Duran pay. And it's 6-0 with 6:36 to go here in the second. And this is perfect. This is what you want to do if you're Northwood against a team like Ferris right now with the way their roster is. You want to put points on the board, gain some confidence for those tougher MCHC opponents. Taken there by Peel. Peel in the zone, offensive zone, and shot as Schultz looked like he had to just fend that off, and the puck goes down to the Ferris zone. Guillory, Harry Guillory along the back wall, being harassed there by Evan Kennedy. Puck now along the back wall. Guillory got it up to Andrew Peel. Here's Peel with it for Ferris State. Up the ice it goes, and then taken there by Nick Moody. Avoids a check there as Dan Duran will play it. Brave play of the puck there as it's held in by the Timberwolves. Wessel. He's got Sanborn across, safe. Shot on, oh, it doesn't go, and it hits the netting. Sanborn, the player to watch from pregame. Another opportunity, looked like he had a wide open net. Might have gotten tipped by Dan Duran. But going back to the play before, Dan Duran had a Timberwolf going in on him, and instead of holding the puck, threw it to the near wall and almost cost Ferris another goal. Puck dropped to the right of Dan Duran. One in control by the Timberwolves, or by the Club Dogs, as it's wrapped around by Kramer, and out to the neutral zone it goes, where it's taken there by Noah Perrin. Perrin gains the offensive zone. Perrin tried to make him split two defenders. Perrin got it across. Shot on, LaRose into the glove of Dan Duran. And it's 5:30 to go here in the second period. 6-0 Northwood. 47 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Puck drop to the left of Dan Duran. Shot on, high and wide. That was Aiden French with a chance. Ciceretto harassed there by Staley, but held in. Nope, couldn't hold it. There's the other Ciceretto on the ice, Daniel Ciceretto. And then dumped on down by Staley. Puck behind the net. Here's Aiden French now in the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone. French along the far wall, throws one on. Dan Duran sticks it to the corner. Taken there by Kramer as he throws it over to Ciceretto. And then taken there by Aiden French. French across. That was catch, and the puck along the near wall now. Out to the neutral zone it goes. Thomas Kroll went after it. Taken there. Catch, throws it into the Ferris zone. Held in by Harfoot. Harfoot throws one to the far corner. Held in by Stemke. Stemke throws one in front. Puck goes to the side of the net. Puck in front and held onto by Dan Duran. 4:19 to go here in the second, and we remain 6-0 Northwood. And both teams are now at full strength. Puck drop will be to the left of Dan Duran. One in control by the Club Dogs. Guillory now wraps it around to the far wall. Colton King up to the neutral zone it goes, and Carter Remp will play it for the Timberwolves. Got it across to Alex Catch. Up the ice it goes, and then put back into the Northwood zone. Here's Catch. Up to Evasile. Plays it on ahead. Now Stemke. Here's Connor Stemke to Evasile. Shot on, save by Dan Duran, and puck goes to the far wall. On the far corner, Connor Stemke. Stemke. Oh, I don't know what Dan Duran was doing there, and puck goes to the far corner. Spun around, had a partial net, wide open net, and then Thornburg, and held in by White. White lost it. Now here's Thornburg now. In the neutral zone, here comes Colton King, gains the offensive zone, goes to the far corner. Tried to throw one in front, and Schultz and it will clear on down for a Timberwolf icing. Trying to get other scores, especially in the GL-CHL conference, but I cannot get anything right now on the scoreboard. 3:19 to go. Puck dropped to the right of Aiden Schultz. Won and controlled by the Club Dogs. Back to the point for Guillory. Threw one on to the far corner. Back to Guillory at the point. Big hit there. Kept in, shot on. Didn't get through. Here's David now. Tries to throw one in front. Behind the net. Throws one up. Doesn't go. Puck goes to the far corner. Back to the point. Guillory throws one on. Taken by Stempke and cleared on down. No icing as it's played there by Harry Guillory. Guillory now up to along the near wall. Intercepted Evan Kennedy, but then taken there. And then intercepted again. Zwick. Lost it there. Puck goes to the near corner. Puck behind the net now. Throws one in front of Kennedy. Now here's Ryan Zwick. Zwick now wheels around. Gets it across. Kennedy throws one to Cade Sanborn. DeLauro long here along the near wall. Here's Cade Sanborn. Gets it across Wessel. Wessel throws one on. Just a little wide. Might have got deflected. Puck along the near corner. Now Cade Sanborn. Sanborn throws one in front. Now DeLauro back to the back wall. Kennedy now along the far corner. Now Ryan Zwick in front. Sanborn, he scores. He finally put one home. And Northwood leads 7-0. Cade Sanborn, the freshman from Midland. And it's 7-0 Timberwolves. Hats off to Ferris State. They're putting in a good fight in this game, but it's all Timberwolves right now. Puck drop one and controlled by the Club Dogs. Peel tried to get it up to Staley. Wrapped around there, taken by DeLauro and the Timberwolves. LaRose tried to get it out. Or that was Temple, I'm sorry. And the puck along the near wall in the corner now to the back wall. Now wrapped to LaRose, but taken away by Ferris and a block in front. And held in by Kramer. And the puck goes to the back wall now. Battled for along the back wall. Held in by Peel. Got it across. Kramer. Shot puck loose. And nobody gains control and taken away by the Timberwolves. Good job, Aiden Schultz. Oh, almost deflected right in front. And Schultz has to hold on. What a job by Aiden Schultz right there. And we remain 7-0 as there's more extracurriculars. Update on Northwood D1. 3-0 at the end of 2. Adrian leading Northwood. As the puck dropped to the right of Aiden Schultz. Won and controlled by the Timberwolves, but taken by the Club Dogs. Now taken there. Ciceretto up the ice to Harfoot. Harfoot throws one as a big hit along the near wall as Peel. And then he throws another on Harfoot, and we are going to get a penalty coming up to Ferris. To Northwood. Northwood touched the puck. That was a big hit along the near wall. I think they're going to send the Ferris player to the box. Northwood touched the puck up, but nope. Andrew Peel will go to the box. The big check and then a little extra after the hit. So power play coming up with 50.5 to go for the Timberwolves. And puck drop will be to the right of Danduran. Two-minute power play here. Puck drop to the right of Danduran. One in control by the Timberwolves. Remp tried to throw him back to the point. White wasn't there, and he'll have to wheel around to set up the offense. And tipped on ahead by a stick. And two Ferris players run into each other, and that leads to Connor White. Shot on save, shot on score! Power play call, and it's 8-0 Timberwolves. Evan Kennedy. Six goals here in the second period for the Northwood Timberwolves. And Evan Kennedy makes it 8-0. And I think Peel is still arguing his case. Well, these are situations that if you're Northwood, these are situations you have to take advantage of. And they are taking care of business tonight. Puck drop, one in control by the Timberwolves. Catch up the ice. Now catch again, gets it over to Remp. Remp to Evasile. Taken there, and almost a big hit there, but Connor White avoids the hit. Now here's Peel. Peel into the circle, throws one across. David couldn't get a stick on it. Now puck along the far corner. Here's David, and then taken by Remp. And that'll do it for second period action. Northwood leading 8-0, a 6-goal outburst for the Timberwolves. We will be back with the second intermission report right after this. You're watching Timberwolves hockey on the Northwood Hockey Network. Back here for the second intermission report at Ubeglaven Ice Arena at 8-0 Northwood. Goals by LaRose, White, Zwick, Harfoot, Sanborn, and Kennedy. An 8-0 game. Schultz is playing fantastic, and Coach Stump talked about it. When you have your opportunities to score, you take them. This Ferris series, not to take anything away from what Ferris is doing in this game, because they're fighting everybody this game, but these are two games that if you're Northwood, this is a confidence builder for you going into the MCHC, playing teams like that you have to play, like Lawrence Tech. Central's got a better team this year. Grand Valley State is good. Oakland is good. So these are games that you have to win if you're Northwood, and they're doing a very good job here in this game. As I am going to look at the schedule, because I don't know that off the top of my head. But these are games you got to put pucks in the net, and they are doing that. The next game for Northwood is Michigan. So you get a Michigan team that's 3 years removed from the national championship. Won it a couple years ago. And who is still a tough team. Then you get Grand Valley. Then you get Adrian, who is on the up. I'm not too sure about Davenport, but then you get Central on Halloween and November 1st. So these are games this is a game that Northwood really needs to win in this one. As we head for the third and final period here at Ubeglaven Ice Arena. Aiden Schultz still in there for the Timberwolves. And again, not to take anything away from Ferris. They've no goals, but they've had a couple opportunities. They're a feisty team, very scrappy. As we get ready for third period action here at Ferris State. And Lawrence Tech beats RMU 8-1 tonight. So Lawrence Tech gets a win tonight. No final for the Stallions yet. Yep. Final now. Western Michigan beats Michigan 3-2. Puck drop, won and controlled by the Timberwolves as they can't get it into the offensive zone. And bounced off of Perrin. Now here's White now. Gains the offensive zone, makes a move around, and then lost the puck to the far wall, the far corner. Puck along the back wall, throws one in front. Shot on Stempke. He scores. Connor Stempke, and it's 9-0 Timberwolves. Well, start the third period the way you ended the second, and it's 9-0 Northwood. And we're just 19:39 left here in the third, as it's won and controlled by the Timberwolves. Here's Perrin now with it. Got it back to Ciceretto. Ciceretto up off the stick of Evasile. And then Peel throws it into the neutral zone for David. Now here comes Drouillard. He's run off the puck. Here's Perrin now. Held in by the Club Dogs, but Evasile will get it out to the neutral zone. Here's White as he stood up, but here's Evasile in, shooting, and a puck goes in the net, or in the glove of Dandaran. Another opportunity there. And a power play coming up for the Timberwolves. Puck drop will be to the left of Dandaran. Puck drop won and controlled by the Timberwolves. That was Temple, who left it off for Bennett, who got it to Sanborn. Sanborn behind the net, now to the circle. Leaves it off for Temple. Here's Temple now. Chase Carter Temple with a chance. And held in by Wessel. Wessel gets it up to Sanborn. Cade Sanborn now. Behind the net. Gets it over to Temple. Back to Wessel at the point. Back to Temple. Temple. Got it to Bennett in front. Shot on. I think that might have been blocked in front, and the puck goes to the near wall. And cleared on down with 1:18 left on the power play. Here's Wessel now. He'll take it behind Schultz as they set up the power play. Wessel leaves it off for Evasile. Evasile, and cleared back in as Staley was sitting in the neutral zone right at that blue line. And up the ice it goes to Connor White. Here's White in the neutral zone. Leaves it off for Wessel. I'm sorry, that was Stemke. And the puck along the near wall now. Here's Stemke. He swings and couldn't get a stick on it as he was being harassed there by Staley. Now Remp got it up and then taken by Evasile. Got it over to Remp. Up the ice. Not out of the Northwood zone. Here's Connor White now. And up the ice it goes to Stemke. Stemke throws it on ahead into the offensive zone where Peel lost control of it. In front, Remp shot saved by Dan Duran as his helmet comes off. 12 seconds left on the Northwood power play. $17:21 left here in this game. And puck drop will be to the left of Dan Duran. One in control by the Timberwolves. Pass across. French, and a save by Dan Duran. That was Ciceretta to French, and Dan Duran able to stop the puck. Puck drop to the left of Dan Duran. Crawl to take the draw for the Timberwolves, but taken away there. And cleared on down the ice. And puck in the neutral zone. And both teams at full strength. Here's Aiden French now. French in the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone. Aiden French goes in behind the net. Throws it in front. And ridden off the puck was Thomas Krall. Now along the near wall. Taken and wrapped around to the far wall. Held in by Nick Moody. Puck behind the net. It's Thomas Krall. He takes it. And taken there by Ferris, and they'll throw it on down. Icing on the Club Dogs. And the puck drop will be to the left of Dan Duran. Good game here for the Timberwolves, as they, if everything stays the same, they will move on to 1-0 in conference play. LaRose to the far corner. Lost the puck there. Wrapped around here to the near wall. Here's Moody. Moody threw one up to Bennett. And then taking LaRose. Made a move in front. Shot on. Save Dan Duran. That was Temple with a chance, and it goes all the way down into the Northwood zone, where Moody will play it for the Timberwolves. Moody up the ice into the neutral zone. LaRose now takes it for the Timberwolves. Into the neutral zone it goes for Drouillard. Shot on, and the puck went wide. Here's DeMitchell now. And held on to by the Timberwolves, or by Schultz. .45 to go here in the third period. One in control by the Timberwolves. Wrapped around here to the near wall. Kennedy tried to throw one out. Now here is Remp. Up the ice they go. Here's Ryan Zwick. Zwick shot on blocked. As now the Club Dogs will take it and throw it on down to the back wall. Wrapped around to Catch. Catch with it along the back wall. Tries to throw one up. Intercepted Ferris State and held on to by Schultz. 15-17 to go here in the third period. And puck drop will be to the right of it, Aiden Schultz. One in control by the Timberwolves. Perrin, they try to get out. They do. It goes out to the neutral zone, now into the Ferris State zone. Evasal goes after it. Northwood, good job on the forecheck. Stempke makes a move. And puck still loose in front. And held on to by Dan Duran. As the puck drop will be to the left of Dan Duran. 14:57 to go here in the third. Puck drop one in control by the Club Dogs. Taken there by Kramer, and up the ice he goes, and here comes Ferris State now. Looks like that was Ciceretto, and then he lost the puck. And then the puck stays into the Northwood zone. Pass in front. Couldn't get a stick down. Now here's Connor Stempke. Avoids it. Almost avoided a check there. And it's wheeled around by the other Ciceretto on the ice. Got across. Up to Connor White. Connor White just left it for Evasal. Back to Connor White. Connor White shot on and blocked it into the net as Connor White takes a tumble to the ice. With 14:16 to go, 9-0 Northwood. On the goal by Connor Stempke. Puck drop, one in control by the Timberwolves. Shot on, blocked in front. I don't think that got to Dan Duran, but held in by the Timberwolves. Harfoot shot into the chest of Dan Duran. 14:07 to go. One in control by the Timberwolves. Patted away. And Ferris State trying to get it out of their zone. They can't. Harfoot battle on the near wall. Then taken there by Drouillard. Intercepted Harfoot and sticked away to the far wall. As Ferris State able to get it out of the zone with 13:45 to go here in the game. No icing. Played there by Ben Wessel. Here's Wessel in the neutral zone. Up the ice to Thomas Kroll. In the offensive zone. Tried to leave one off, and it's not held in and taken there by Carter Temple. Temple gets it across the Catch. Intercepted by Ferris State. Cleared on down to the Northwood zone. Here is Remp now. Remp with it for the Timberwolves. Just out of the reach of Carter Temple, and the puck goes back into the Northwood zone. Catch will go there to take it for the Timberwolves. On the far wall. Temple tried to throw it in the neutral zone, got it back up to LaRose, who was in the neutral zone. LaRose shot on, saved by Dan Duran. And then another shot that went wide. Now here's Bennett with it. Bennett throws one into the glove of Dan Duran, and he couldn't hold on to it. And Ciceretto got it across. Here's DeMitchell now along the far or near corner, now behind the net. Intercepted there, LaRose. Up the ice to Bennett. Bennett takes a huge hit along the near wall, and he is getting up, sitting down for a second. Big hit in front of us, and that'll stop play with 12:25 to go. As Garrett Vanderlyn for the Club Dogs was on the ice too, and we are going to get another Northwood power play. The hit from DeMitchell. And I think maybe you can kind of see Ferris State's getting a little tired now. There's not that the first and second period getting a little bit of an attack. Now they're just throwing it down into the Northwood zone. The depth of Northwood wearing down the depth that Ferris does not have. As both captains talking to the official. And another player going to the box for Ferris State. That's Thornburg. So we're going to get a 5-on-3 potentially. I do believe there is an ACHA Division I game going on today. UNLV playing at Alaska today. No score on the website. And cleared on down as we get a 5-on-3 power play for the Timberwolves with 12:18 to go here in the third period. As the final from Arrington Ice Arena, Northwood falls 3-0 to the Adrian Bulldogs. Here's White with it. Connor White gets it over to Remp. Here's Remp now to Evasile. Lost the puck and down it goes into the Northwood zone. Taken there by Perrin. Or Remp. Here's Kennedy now. Kennedy from the circle. Wheels around behind the net, throws one in front. Now here's Connor White now, along the back wall. Battling for it there. Connor White got it. Connor White gets it to Stemke. Stemke across. And back to White. Here's White. Back to Remp. Remp being harassed there by Drouillard. Puck goes to the near wall. Evasile back to Connor White at the point. Connor White, pass across to Remp. Remp across to Evasile. Shot on, blockered away by Dan Duran. Puck goes in behind the net. As Guillory tried to get it out, he can't. Remp shot on, think that hit the post. Here's Kennedy now, back to Remp. Remp's got White, White back. Shot on, save Dan Duran, and he'll hold on. UNLV is leading Alaska 2-1. So UNLV could pull off another ACHA upset over a Division I team. Puck drop to the left of Dan Duran. Won and controlled by the Club Dogs, but they can't get it out, and taken away there by Aiden French. French behind the net, back to the point. Ciceretto got it over. Shot on. And save there, Perrin. Stopped by Dan Duran off the shot of Noah Perrin. I think, it's good to see ACHA teams playing those exhibition games against Division I teams. As Aiden French with it, he takes a tumble to the ice. And last year, UNLV upset Denver, the defending national champions, as the puck goes in to the back wall. Power play is over, and here come the Club Dogs and cleared on down for an icing. And not only that, UNLV, the defending ACHA D1 national champion. So maybe that shootout win against Denver propelled them to a national championship, but it's cool to see. 10-12 to go. That's where Northwood D1 wants to be at the end of this year, is national champions. And puck along the far wall as cleared on down by the Club Dogs. And Joey DeMitchell, even in the third period, not tired, and LaRose, and held in by the Club Dogs. Now here's Wessel now. Gets it over to Moody. Moody up to LaRose. LaRose made a move, lost the puck, but Sanborn picks it up. As he takes a shot along the near wall, and he's coming off. He's favoring the left side. That's not good. As it's taken there, up the ice it goes. Here's Connor Stemke as he's knocked off the puck. Now Stemke gets it back in the neutral zone. He lost it there to Joey DeMitchell. And held in the glove by Schultz. So Ryan Stump's head coaching debut. Not a bad way to start your career. 9-0 with 9:19 to go here in the third. Puck drop, one in control by the Timberwolves. Behind the net, Kennedy knocked off the puck by Guillory, and out to the neutral zone it goes. Chipped on ahead, puck goes to the back wall now. Played there by Harry Guillory, but lost it, and puck held in by Catch. Onside, and now here comes Staley and the Club Dogs. Dumped on now. Carter Remp fell to the ice. Puck along the near corner now. As a Club Dog is knocked to the ice, and here's Connor Stemke. That was Staley. Now here comes Ryan Zwick. Zwick gains the offensive zone. Through one just to be held on to by Dan Duran. See if I can get any other GLCHL scores for you. Nothing from CMU and Cincinnati yet. And held on to by Dan Duran. 8:28 to go here in the third. Oh no. Puck went in. It's 10-0. Now Ferris throws it not deep enough. 8:23 to go. 10-0 Northwood. I'll get that goal for you at the post-game show. Throws one in front. Knocked down to the ice. And here's DeMitchell now. He takes a shot there from White. And Ferris State will just get it out of the zone. Ciceretto throws it back in. Dan Duran plays it for the Club Dogs. Gets it up to the near wall. Here come the Club Dogs now. David gets it up. Looks like that's the other Ciceretto. And puck goes to the far corner. Cooper Harfoot can't get it up the ice, but Ferris just can't get anything going with 7:37 to go here in the third. Ciceretto up to Connor White. Into the neutral zone it goes. Taken there, Lilly, and he lost the puck. Harfoot will throw it into the neutral zone. Now taken there by Perrin. Got it across to Ciceretto. Up into the neutral zone. It's intercepted there. Staley will throw it in, and he'll go after it as Perrin gets there for the Timberwolves. Over to Ciceretto now. Ciceretto to French. Or no, he looked like he was going to French, and he holds on. Now here's Ciceretto. Ciceretto lost the puck there. Lilly throws one in front. Too many sticks there from Northwood, and out come the Timberwolves now. Here's Aiden French. French gains the offensive zone. He takes a tumble along with two Club Dogs, and the puck goes to the far wall. Out to the neutral zone it goes with 6:40 to go here in the third period. Andrew Peel up the ice, and Schultz sticks it, and he will hold on for a stoppage of play. Puck dropped to the right of Schultz. Wrapped around to the far wall. And then back to the point. Shot on. Sticked away by Schultz. Kramer. Now along the near wall. LaRose throws it up into the neutral zone, and here's a chance for Northwood. Stemke will win the race, and he'll just narrowly avoid a check. And Stemke along the near wall. Stemke. Shot on. Blocked in front. DeLauro shot on. Blocked in front again. 5:49 to go. And puck goes to the back wall now. Up the ice. Looks like that was Carter Temple. And puck goes to the near corner. Ciceretto throws one in front and save. Colton King with a chance to break the shutout. 5:28 to go here in the third period. One in control by, I think, Ferris, but puck just went right back to Aiden Schultz. One in control by the Club Dogs now. Vanderlyn got it up. He's surrounded by DeMitchell was surrounded. Now here come the Timberwolves now. It's Ryan Zwick, shot on into the glove of Dan Duran. You know, my second game last year broadcasting, the second game of the season, I was at Midland Civic Arena when Central played Midland. And the saying that what I said last night, or that night, reigns true here. Anybody who has the puck on the opposite team, there's 2 or 3 other opposite jerseys just surrounding them. And it's reigned true tonight as Zwick gets it back. Anytime a Ferris player touches the puck, there's 3 blue jerseys, 2 or 3 blue jerseys around them. No icing there. Kennedy got it to the near corner. A stumble there by a Club Dog. And DeMitchell lost it. Crawl takes a cross check into the back, it looked like. No call, just a... As it's taken there by Remp. Through the legs of Vanderlyn. Puck along the near wall now, taken by DeMitchell. DeMitchell now with it for the Club Dogs. Got it over. Vanderlyn back over to DeMitchell. Good forecheck by the Timberwolves. Got across off the skate of DeMitchell, and then taken there by Connor White and the Timberwolves. 4:04 to go, 10-0 Northwood. Here's Bobby Lilly now. Lilly throws one in off the skate or the shin of Perrin. Now Perrin along the far wall. Sanborn back out there. And puck battle for there, and then taken there by Noah Perrin. Perrin gets it over to Evasile. He'll throw it in. Up, and Perrin just off his skate, and that'll go down. No icing as it was tipped. Or it's taken there by Ciceretto. Ciceretto now up the ice to Connor White. Nope, Stemke tried to throw it down. He does. It goes to the neutral zone. Evasile wins the race for it. Tried to make a move there. And out to the neutral zone it goes. And here comes Hogan David for the Ferris State Club Dogs, and he'll throw it to the back wall. Ciceretto now with 3:08 to go here in the third. Taking there, Connor Stemke up the ice to Harfoot. Cooper Harfoot throws one, blockered away by Dan Duran. Throws one, just way above Dan Duran, and the puck goes to the near wall now. Out to the neutral zone it goes. Moody tried to play it ahead, he can't. Staley will throw it in, and he'll retrieve it, and then taken there by Juilliard. Shot on, fended off by Aiden Schultz with 2:39 to go here in the third period. 10-0 Northwood. Puck drop, one in control by the Timberwolves. Thrown on into the neutral zone. That was Ben Wessel, and the puck goes into the Ferris zone. No icing. Thomas Kroll gets there, and puck goes to the far wall. Here's Harfoot, and taken there by Vanderland as a club dog falls to the ice, but held in. Here's LaRose, gets it across. Back to LaRose. LaRose, shot on, save, rebound in front, save again by Danduran. And here come the club dogs now. It's Kramer. Splits the two defensemen and stopped by Schultz, and he'll leave it off for Ben Wessel, up just out of the reach of Ryan Zwick, and Danduran will go out and play the puck. I guess when you're down at that point, you gotta try to do something, and that's the second time I've seen Danduran do something like that with a Timberwolf on him. And here comes the club dogs, and just out of reach now, Aiden French will throw it on. Danduran will play it there for Jonah Kramer. Kramer gets it up to Joey DeMitchell. Avoids a check there. DeMitchell behind his net. 1:20 to go here in the third. 10-0 Timberwolves. Intercepted there. Here's Ryan Zwick. Zwick shot on, sticked away by Danduran. Here come the club dogs, but taken there by Sanborn. And then they're taken by Aiden French, and he'll throw it to the back wall. Under a minute to go here in the third. Up the ice it goes for DeMitchell. Threw it up. And that was Bobby Lilly who couldn't do anything with it. And it goes into the Northwood zone. Under 45 to go here in the third period. Up the ice to Evan Kennedy. Kennedy takes a trip. They're not going to call that with 33 seconds to go in the game in a 10-0 game. Up to the far wall. Kept in by the club dogs. 24 to go. Staley threw it in behind the net. Here's DeLauro now. Up the ice. Thrown on down into the Ferris State zone. No icing there. Wrapped around with 9 seconds to go. And for the first time in his head coaching career, Ryan Stump has his first career head coaching win with the Northwood Timberwolves. 10-0. We'll be back with the postgame right after this. You're watching Timberwolves hockey on the Northwood Hockey Network. Back here for your post-game show. Timberwolves shutout then the Club Dogs 10-0. Your 3 stars of the game: White, 2 goals and assists. Aiden Schultz, 18 shots, 18 saves. Connor Stempke, a goal and an assist. The shot totals for the Timberwolves, saves for the Ferris State goaltenders. They stopped 61 of 71 shots. Dominant performance by Northwood, and we talked about it in the pregame with Coach Stump saying you want to capitalize on your opportunities when you have chances to score, and they did that tonight. It was a little slow start in the first period, only 2-0. Then they went into the second period, scored 6 goals, and then in the third they had 2 more goals to make it a 10-0 rout over the Club Dogs. And with a team like Ferris State, the roster size, again, not their fault, but when you're Northwood, that's what you got to do. You got to put pucks on net, put them in the net. What a showing by the D3 Timberwolves for their first game back at the D3 level in 2 years. We'll be back tomorrow. Puck drop at 2:30 at Midlands Civic Arena. Your final score here from Ubigleben Ice Arena: Northwood 10, Ferris State 0. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.